I am most certainly not going to lie. I got caught up uh, creating a certain thing that I was going to say. Anyway, what's going on, legends? How are we all? Welcome on Sunday. I'll wait till we get past 20 seconds. I was rolling a joint, so, it is what it is. But welcome all this Sunday. Thank you all for joining me. Samantha, Zig, Scotty, Kuro, Abe, welcome. If I miss anyone, Dino, whoever else might be coming along the way, welcome this Sunday to the stream. It's we got a few action-packed things going on tonight. There's a few different things going on. We've got a new I've got the They Live video, which I haven't released yet because YouTube's giving me a bit of copyright problems with it, but we'll watch that tonight. Even though we watched a bit of the highlights last week, we'll watch the actual video that I've got. I've got a new Bullshidto that is essentially 3/4 done. I thought we'd watch that. So we got a fresh Bullshidto on the cards. What else we got? We got some AI Seagal that we'll discuss. Some AI baby Seagal that some people like and some people don't. But, that's the beauty of life. Not everyone likes everything. We're going to find out where Richie is, if anyone's seen him. Or if anyone knows why he did Bobby Lupo. We're going to try and get to the bottom of that. Well, not really. And, of course, we've got some games. We've got a few different games today. We're going to try out a few different things up the sleeve. So we've got some shit going on. Thank you. Well, that's actually blue. It actually comes out as black, but I am black. I'm Steven Seagal's illegitimate son, so technically I am part black. But thank you all for joining me this Sunday. Again, cheers, one and all. Just purely water, of course. All right. So, again, the agenda for tonight. Again, we're gonna loosey goosey it. We'll get sidetracked a lot as we do. We'll check out random shit as we like to do, of course. But I like to have a general plan of what's going on, even if I don't stick to it. We're going to check out this week's stuff, so I'm very specific about that. We're going to go the haters. We got a few haters this week, and they're my favorite comments. As much as the positive comments warm the cockles of my heart, and they do, and they're lovely, the negative comments are the best. Again, They Live, Baby AI, hate comments, already got that already in there. Bullshidto. We'll talk about African movies. I might do an African movie video. We'll talk about that. And then I've got a Seagal video. We'll watch a documentary about Seagal and some games. But I want to start off with some of the haters. I'm a quarter white, a quarter black, and 100% a fatty. Well done, mate. So am I. Welcome to the team. Some of the lovely comments this week. Now, I think I read Dick Tickler last week. Yes, we read Dick Tickler last week. This week, this gentleman here, Fallen Skybird. He didn't like my video compilation of Steven Seagal. Now, in fairness to me, that is literally just a compilation of people that hate Seagal. It's not really anything to do with me. Welcome, Alto. Grab. I didn't think I've said how to grab. Don, what up, mate? How are you? Scotty T. Anyway, he said, it's strange how jealousy can occupy an entire YouTube channel, which I'm guessing is directed at me. Now, I took the liberty of just clicking on his profile photo because it interested me. And then what I found was this bloke. Now, I don't, it doesn't matter who he is. It's just more about the fact that he looks like he wants to be part of the Beatles now. A little bit of Tommy Wiseau. And he's been watching Elon Musk government videos, so I don't know what he's up to and Papa Baby stuff. So, not everyone's going to love what you do. It is what it is. I do have a recurring fan, my mate Alvin here. he didn't like the video. If you are entertained by this, you have a simple childish mind. And in fairness, I said to him, people are subscribed to this channel for the intellectual banter and solving geopolitical problems. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, you're subscribed. Why are you subscribed to a channel called Sensei Seagal? But he's not done yet. Alvin, my number one fan, he's not done yet. For anyone that knows about Ricky Gervais, he's the podcast with Carl Pilkington. He's my Ricky Dicky Anders, my Ricky Anderson, Dicky Anders. I think Glowing would probably know that reference. Your video is childish and stupid. You should know better than to make fun of something that you know absolutely nothing about. You might be simple-minded. And I wrote back, good to see you back, my number one fan and supporter. I have missed you, Alvy boy. So, you know, he's my man. And this is the relationship we're going to have now. Albie and I are going to have that kind of relationship together now where we love each other. So, good old Alvy. Anyway. It does look like it's been dug up. Humongous, how are you, mate? Good to see you, brother. If they ain't laughing, well, it is what it is. You know, you can't please everyone. Not everyone's going to love you. Just like not everyone is going to love these baby videos. Now, some people love them, okay? And I'm just tinkering with AI for a separate channel that has nothing to do with Seagal. I've been tinkering with some AI videos because they're quite popular at the moment. I'm not going to lie. I even went with a dog version, but it wasn't as good. But I've been tinkering with AI. Some people love it. Some people don't love it, you know. Like,
Truthfully, I don't know. I don't know Stephen. I've only met him once. See, most of Seagal's movies, his action is done close up. You really can't see. Everything is real quick cuts, so you don't get a chance to really see exactly what he's doing.
Have you ever crunched your instep or anything? Or
No. They wouldn't dare.
It's a Baby Chuck. I mean, it's Baby Chuck, yeah. Now I know Humongous. I know you're not a fan, Humongous. I get it, but and I understand. You know, you're trying to protect me from getting banned, but I don't see why this would get banned. There's nothing too bad about that. Or Fat Baby Seagal.
I mean, I don't really want to get into on film anyway. You know, who's a tough guy? Do I think Michael is a tough guy? No. Do I think he's a martial artist? No. Do I think Jean-Claude's a tough guy or martial artist? No.
By the way, can we all agree though that baby looks exactly like Seagal?
I don't really want to get into on
not a baby Seagal, but can we all agree that baby looks like Seagal to some degree? DZ, how are you, brother? Good to see you, mate. Cheers. Anyway, definitely looks like Big Daddy, but there's a bit of cuteness to it. Anyway, I'm not going to kill it too much. I'm just testing a few things out here or there, because it's a bit of fun. Now, the reason I'm going off topic here. Now, I never really realized that African movies are kind of great. They're pretty damn brilliant. Yeah, modern Seagal, Scott. Exactly. He looks like modern Seagal, not old school Seagal, modern Seagal. I did a few different variations actually. So this is how we get sidetracked. I did a few different variations of Seagal. You know, there's that one there. That's pretty cute. But I also use that more as my avatar. I feel like that looks a lot like me as well, if we're being honest. If I had hair. Yeah, that one's cute as well. There's a few different versions of him. They all kind of look like Seagal a little bit. That one looks like Seagal to me. This guy here with the carrot in his left hand. A little bit like Seagal. And that one looks like Seagal as well. So some are better than others. Anyway. I haven't really seen a lot of African movies. We're off a little bit topic. We're off topic a little bit. We're just going to get into this before we get into either they live. Actually, we'll do a vote. All right, we're going to do a poll. What's going on here? Oh, I got to do it like that. Okay, that's how we do it. All right, hold on a sec. Need to watch. They live. Review completed. Bullshidto 75% done. All right. African movies now. Now I think I've played some of these, but some of these are gold, man. We're just gonna watch this. Just
Ah! You slapped me, you monkey!
marry me.
All right. First of all, just slapping a bitch and okay, that's cool. This is what I was more interested in when I saw this. I mean, that is some pretty top-notch special effects.
If you think you can graduate from this school without kissing my cock, you are dead wrong.
Yeah, this is the kind of movie I think Dino would be interested in. I mean, he literally, I don't know if he misspoke, but I'm pretty sure he says, "You're not going to graduate from this school without kissing my cock."
If you think you can graduate from this school without kissing my cock, you are dead wrong.
Sam, this is making me lean towards starting to just look at some African movies, yeah?
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
What would you want to be in future?
I would like to be an engineer.
Wow, engineer. And you?
I would like to be a nurse.
Yes. That's good. And ROC, what would you want to be in future?
I would like to. I would like to be a terrorist.
I mean, you got to respect the kid who just stands up and says he wants to be a terrorist. So I don't know. I'm thinking some of these movies that could be worth doing a review on. I'm not sure. We'll see how we go. Okay, so the votes it's pretty close at the moment. The voting wise, we'll just give it a bit more time. The Africanus. Now, I'm not the only one that fucks around with Seagal and AI. Other people are obviously also fucking around with it too. This guy took one of my favorite photos that I've had photoshopped with the tongue sticking out, and he made this. That's pretty much it. That's all he's really done, though. I mean, there's not a lot to it, but AI does most of the work for him. See, at least when I do AI, I do other shit as well. But well, in fairness to Africa, Max, the Western world hasn't done a lot in helping them out, if we're being honest. But yeah, I mean, I can do a lot of this shit, but it's it's slightly less enjoyable. But I do like his effort for doing that. Now there is a 34-minute documentary later, right? Which starts off. I'll just play you a little bit of it. All right. It starts off like this.
Who kicked, punched, and philosophized.
Sorry, start again. Ready?
He's the martial arts master.
I mean, he starts off with a lie by calling him a martial arts master.
Who kicked, punched, and philosophized his way through Hollywood's golden age of action films.
He kicked, punched, and philosophized his way through the golden age of Hollywood action.
But behind the stoic stare and Aikido moves lies a fortune.
Man, I'm sure this dude got some of these clips from me, because these kind of clips are not easy to find. I found that on Twitter.
A fortress-like mansion and a garage that screams power. Today,
so anyway, we'll get into that. This guy's done a documentary. I like listening to other people. Steven Seagal's wife, 7 children, house, tour, cars, net worth, and lifestyle 2025. Now, we will watch that. We'll get to it at some point. Don't worry, obviously. I mean, that's what we're here for. But the comments. Now, I can't do a vote, but because we're already voting on the... Oh, come on, guys. 50-50. That's not a good way to vote on the fucking videos. I need someone to break some deadlocks. The comments. Now, I want you guys to tell me if you think they're fake or if it's real. I love him and all of his movies. Love Steven Seagal. He's an awesome man. I watched his movies for several years. He and I are the same age. I mean, that guy sounds like a douche. I love his movies. He's a strong, beautiful person who made his wife and kids. So what does that even mean? I love his movies. He's a strong, beautiful man. Sorry, he's a strong, beautiful person who made his wife and kids. I mean, he didn't make his wife. He helped make the kid. And I'm just looking back of his background. It's so wonderful to see everyone loves you and God bless you. First of all, lady, I don't know where you're looking, but not everyone loves him. So just calm the fuck down. I like his movie, and gee, he's living an interesting life. He is living an interesting life. We'll say that. We'll say that for sure. I love Steven Seagal and his movies. He is truly the master of martial arts. I mean, these sound genuine, obviously, like 100%. I like Steven Seagal's house, beautiful stone build. Steven Seagal is a great storyteller and diplomat, isn't he? And best he doesn't fit into the mold others desire for him, does he? Wow, this is some deep shit. I love every movie he ever made. I love him in all of his movies. The best. Steven 100%. You spelled Steven wrong, you dick. You're my favorite actor. I have 20 of your movies. I am truly a fan. These all sound like real humans. Honestly, they sound like real humans. His Aikido concept are great. Wow, his wife is beautiful. Well, she's not bad back in the day. He's a pioneer. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love him. Loved him. Okay, see, now, this is how you know they're fake, right? This is how you know they're fake. Loved him in The Fire Down Below. Nobody liked that movie other than us and maybe Space Ice doing the review. Nobody liked that movie. I am reading from the gospel, Dino. You're not wrong. It is all true. Whatever she's taking, I want 2 of them. Yeah. How dare they spell his name wrong? Tom Segura is the only reason this man is still relevant. Okay, that's probably a real person right there. This guy's the only real person, I think. Did he still with his last wife or is he divorced? That's probably real. He doesn't impress me at all. He wants recognition wherever he goes. Married 4 times, numerous children. His lifestyle leaves nonetheless not impressed. Okay. So getting to some real people. 14 million, laughing my ass off. That's all. I figured it would have been way more. He got screwed. Well, he did have to pay money to the mafia. Steven Seagal is a piece of garbage for what he did to Sean Connery. He can't beat Chuck Norris, and he's no actor either. Wow. I think Steven will have something to say about that. So anyway, as you can see, we'll get to that documentary later. It does look interesting. We'll get to it later. In the meantime, there are apparently 25 of you fuckers in here, but only 15 people have voted. I need more people to vote. Get me to a 60-40 point, and we'll do something. At this point, you're at 53-47. I can't do much with that poll. By the way, right? I'm not saying that like there should be more people here, but I agree with you, Scotty. We are what, and Space Ice and us keep him relevant. There's like 30 odd people in the chat right now. I was on some dude's stream the other day who had like 1,000, 2,000 subs, but he had like 100 people in his live stream. How does that make sense? It makes absolutely no sense. I can't understand how a guy who's got like a 10th of the subscribers I do has like 10 times more people watching his live, and he was just staring at the screen kind of cross-eyed. It's a strange thing. I don't get it, but anyway, it was weird. Sometimes I go through lives and just look at people. I don't know. It could be bots. I mean, why would people pay for bots, man? If you got a channel with like 2,000 people, and you're kind of just staring at the stream like a, you know, he was kind of he probably may have been a little bit special needsy. I'll say that. There's a possibility of some special needsy shit. All right. This poll is too close to call at this point. You can pay companies and people. Yeah, what? But what's the point of paying people to watch? It's not real, though, is it? Like, after I saw that guy with 200 people, and I went in and had a look and saw how, you know, and again, people will think this is boring. That's fine. I mean, you guys, at the moment, I'm rolling a joint. That can't be too exciting for people. He may want to attract sponsors. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Sponsors can suck a fart. I mean, the only one sponsor we've had was only based on people clicking and it's dick stroking. Yeah, it probably is. The only sponsor we had was based on people clicking and signing up to a 2-week trial, and if no one did, I don't actually make any money from it. So, you know, you don't really make any money as a sponsor, I think, until you're really actually big. Yeah, I didn't lose anything by doing a 1-minute ad reading, and it was an experience. The guy was nice. The company was great. But you like when you're small, you don't really get paid to do anything. It's pay. You get money based on people clicking, and that's fine. I mean, they're not just going to throw money at people for no reason. That would be stupid, obviously. Anyway, all right, I'm going to make an executive decision. I'm going to go with Bullshidto first because apparently that's what people have voted for, and then we're going to go with They Live. I don't even know if people know what They Live is. Most people. I'm trying to roll it, man, but I can't get the filter in. I was too busy chatting away, and I ruined the filter entry. I'm a put the filter in after I've rolled the joint guy. I don't put it in while I'm rolling. All right, we're gonna go with Bullshidto then. So puff and pass. Well, let me get it rolled, brother, and then I'll puff and pass. For now, I can't even get it going. I'm shitting in the bricks. All right, so the Bullshidto is, like I said, about 75% done. I've got a lot of tweaking to do. So it's only about 6 minutes long at this point. And yeah, like I said, first draft. So you guys are seeing it raw and real. Kind of like, God damn it, man, get in there. That's what she said. All right, we're in. We have penetrated the filter. All right, we're gonna get into it now. Bullshidto thus far. Look at my spelling, isn't it cute? This is kind of a bit of a mishmash of just dickheads. Like I said, it's not 100% on point yet. It's not tight 100% yet, so don't get a Rogadogan. All right, let's do it. The thing about Bullshidto and the morons involved is that it doesn't discriminate based on skin, race, religion, or any of that nonsense. The sole criteria is being stupid enough to believe it works so that you can either teach or learn this drivel. This bloke literally does a look over there self-defense technique, guaranteed to get you destroyed. I mean, he just clicks his fingers. I mean, how's that going to work, man? He just goes, look up there, and then he takes him down from behind. I mean, what are we doing here? Meanwhile, inside what I can only assume is a special needs class full of simple jacks somewhere in the US of A, this happens.
Up first, Felix the Cuban Cowboy with a roll, hammer fist, and kick 13.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Now, just for context, I was making fun of these guys being special needsy, but I think they actually are. I think it is like a special needs place. So in hindsight, I mean, it may be considered cruel, but I think it actually is. I think it actually is. But anyway, you know, we do what we do here.
He takes the lead here at the Power Zone. FBBA season opener, Miami, Florida. Up next, Alexander Carlos, the special needs fitness guru, running the course.
So I'm pretty sure it says something like special needs fitness school, right?
Next, Alexander Carlos, the special needs fitness guru, running the course. He needs to do it in under 13 seconds to win the division. Sidekick.
I mean, look, what he's doing now seems pretty stupid, but it doesn't really seem like special needs, you know? Like, it doesn't seem like in the 90s, we would have said clap, clap for the handicap kind of thing, right? It's a joke, but, you know, I'm not mocking handy, but yeah, that's what we would have said. He doesn't seem like that. He seems all right.
Looks like he's taking.
I mean, the kid in the background here doesn't seem all that mongy. He seems all right as well.
Time. The 13 seconds has already passed. He's having some fun with it. Next, a foot stop. Going down on the floor, doing an in-belly axe kick. The obstacle course is excellent for technique, agility, power, and it's a lot of fun. He's at 35 seconds now. Removing his shoe for the final break. Excellent performance. Here we go. 51 seconds.
I mean, mate, there's more people there than a fucking press conference. Honestly, there's more people there than a goddamn press conference.
Jesus Christ. That's Jason Bourne.
The US and Russia have been competing for decades in everything, including Kajitsu, where you can release your inner BDSM demon.
McKeeve is trying to get on top of Matt in the driver's seat. Looks like he's about to do so. He's got the seatbelt now, and he's trying to wrap it around the throat.
I mean, we're running out of shit to do as humans. As a human race, we should be disgusted that we have to find different ways to do shit because we're bored of the normal ways to do shit.
Of Matt Williams. Matt has no interest in that.
Matt has no interest in that. I mean, that just seems rapey. If he doesn't want to do it, mate, don't make him fucking do it. That's all I'm saying. The Russians thought that was tame and pathetic, so they just took it to a new level and punched the crap out of each other in a convertible. Yeah, so this is the Russian version, right? They essentially just put two dudes in a convertible and just go at it. That's it. Like, don't worry about rules and shit. Just it's car jitsu, Ernesto. Car jitsu, not car wrestling. That's what. Yeah, you're not wrong, Samantha. It can be a bit tricky. The back seat's the way to go. The front seat is never the way to go. Put the two seats forward at the front and jump in the back. That's my tip to you guys. Rad, if you see this later, when you get out there and about, mate, just yeah. I can only assume the sport. By the way, you think that shit's weird? Just wait till we get to rubber band, whatever the fuck is going on here. Nose pulling was created by a nose job doctor or some Russian bloke smoking meth, or both. Definitely not a sport for cokeheads. You don't want to damage that schnoz. I mean, honestly, what do we do? Look, what's going on here? I'm just gonna sport of nose pulling was created by a nose job doctor or some Russian bloke smoking meth, or both. Definitely not a sport for cokeheads. You don't want to damage that schnoz. I mean, you know I have to put the big man in, right? You know I got to put the big man in whenever I can. I mean, you don't want to crush that nose because you know you got shenanigans to pull. And of course, the ancient dance fighting technique that inspired Steven Seagal's infamous martial dance. I don't actually know what these guys are doing here, but he looks like he's exercising demons while also having a fit. the ancient dance fighting technique that inspired Steven Seagal's infamous martial dance. I'm putting Big Daddy in dancing whenever. It's been a while. I've got to be honest, it's been a while since I've had a Big Daddy dancing clip. And there is a guy who goes around commenting on every clip that I've got it on in my comments. His name is, I don't know, full stop, like a period. But anyway, he literally goes and he comments, so he'll love this. The Asians, they always got to take things in a weird direction. All right, so they smash a light fixture over his head, but I'm more concerned about the need to eat the shards and show it off on camera. So I don't get this, man. They smash a light over his head. That's cool. You're a badass. All right, you smashed the light. Why are you eating the shit? Tell me the need to be eating bits of glass. Maybe it's a delicacy where they come from. I'm not here to judge, but at the same time, I am. Yeah, cool, bro. You're cool. I mean, someone get these guys some field mouse or some rats or whatever the fuck people eat in developing countries, you know? Indian slop, Indonesian slop. I mean, Indonesians have nice food. I'm not going to lie. Beef rendang is delicious, but get these guys some beef rendang, yeah? I mean, come on, ladies. You should be out in the kitchen cooking for starters because you're Muslim women, so I don't know what you're doing out and about. Definitely shouldn't be doing that peace symbol. She's possibly getting deheaded after that, or she's missing that hand. But initially, I thought this is one of my favorites. I think I played it a long time ago. I don't think I played it in its entirety, but this is one of my favorites. It was about who could hang the longest. But the Asians don't do normal stuff like that. These lads proceeded to boot each other in the face with the force of a horse having its ass penetrated. I mean, besides the fact this is just ridiculous, just listen to one of the noises, right? Just listen to the noise when this guy cops one to the face. It's coming. I mean, that guy before, he just copped it. You want to have a go? I don't think you want to have a go, Samantha. It doesn't seem like fun. Just listen to those noises. I mean, they're booting each other in the face. I mean, that guy. I forgot. By the way, there's a guy called Mark Musion, which I get over it. I get a lot of his clips from, which him and McDojo Life. I get a lot of my clips from them. But this guy here used to be like a real champion fighter. He's got a pretty good channel. But anyway, the point was the kick to the face, man. This kick to the face was the brutal one here, right here. Listen to that. Bam. Meanwhile, I mean, that's just savage. Honestly, savage. I wish I was 20 again. I'd give these fuckers a go. Really, though? Why would you want to give it a go? There's no way Seagal could do that, Connie, because he'd have to hang. He'd have to hang from that certain weight. I don't think that's possible. Here, punching people in the stomach is a big part of their training.
Thank you. Come again.
Not only fat, shirtless dudes, but also skinny Indians with shirts on. And if you don't pass the papadum test, you get the advanced punishment from behind. I don't even know what's going on with this dude, but he's got some weird ass fetish, man.
One! Nagging ball all the time. Fuck it off! Here! Down the ball!
I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. We need PNP here to kind of what's it called? Translate, because I think PNP is from India. I'm not sure what's going on, but this guy's getting ass paddled. It reminds me of Dazed and Confused. Anyone remember Dazed and Confused, where they do the school's out for summer?
You back to rocks all the time.
Don't worry though, because there are ways. Take it easy, Muck. Muck. See you, Buck. I'll see you next week, mate. Have fun with the missus. You can train for this. Particularly popular with homosexuals everywhere. This builds up a resilience in your groin, taint, and rectal area, protecting you against, well, whatever. That's up to you. I don't really want to know. Again, I think I've played this before, but it's kind of on top with it's kind of on point with his whole ass pounding thing. I don't know what he's doing, but if you think that is not manly enough for you, or you don't like having your ass, gooch, and gonads attacked, take up bitch slap fighting instead. Those of you with a keen eye may have noticed Sensei Seagal here. He's part Indian, probably, taking part in this. Take up bitch slap fighting instead. There also seems to be elements of rugby and wrestling there, but mainly slapping each other in the chest. The Maoris, on the other hand, they just straight out dispel with the slapping and run straight at each other like rams. Full tilt, 300 pounds of pure mass. Something tells me there's going to be a lot of knockouts.
You got knocked the fuck out.
I mean, that guy got knocked the oh, shit. Oh, we're up to. I mean, that guy got knocked the fuck out, man. Like, he was like twitching. Oh, that motherfucker is out cold.
You got knocked the fuck out.
Like, he got really knocked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some CTE kind of shit going on.
Defender ready.
So now I did show the hardcore already. It's right here. You missed it. It's right here. They just straight out dispel with the slapping and run straight at each other like rams. Full tilt, 300 pounds of pure mass. Something tells me there's going to be a lot of knockouts.
You got knocked the fuck out.
I mean, that's bad, man. That's some bad shit.
Defender ready.
So now Lutalava's turn to carry the pill. Here we go.
Run it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and pull the pocket.
I mean, you literally just got like two giant motherfuckers just running at each other. It's just two guys that know how to run hard and smash the other person. It's just nuts.
He's out on his feet.
I'm not trying to judge any of these sports. All I'm saying is that be careful what you're walking into. Be careful what you sign up for, because you might end up with some knobs that think Conor McGregor's walk is a form of martial art. I mean, what even is this? First of all, who are the dickheads holding the pads? And this guy watching in the background, right? Okay. Like, he's only using one arm. He's not even using his left arm. He's only using his right arm to do both of it. And this guy here looks like J.K. Simmons, like a dwarf Santa Claus, like a dwarf elf version of J.K. Simmons. I'm not sure what they're demonstrating here. Don't pay money for fake teachers, and definitely don't sign up to a sport that might get you knocked out. At least have the brain cells to protect your brain cells. I mean, that guy literally was like, he was shitting his pants. Look at his face. That is not the face of a man that wants to be there. Sign up to a sport that might get you knocked out. He's literally praying to God his head doesn't cracked open. At least have the brain cells to protect your brain cells. Anyway, we're about 70% of the way through, 75%, and I got to tweak a few things, obviously. But that's a rough edit of idiots. Coming up in the next video. No one can be Paul, Drew. No one can be Paul. It's impossible. All right, it is absolutely impossible. Now, it's time to play some games. Are y'all ready for some Seagal games? We've got some different shit going on today. All right, I think we're just gonna get it. We'll get it all out of the way first. Now, this is gonna separate the men from the boys. All right, there's 1, 2, 3, 3 questions here, but a possible 4 points. All right. Now I'm actually kind of easing you into it. We're starting off with some hard shit, and then we're going to ease our way into a bit of fun. Arabs have long dicks. They can fellatio themselves during prayers. It's very specific. Pagan, thank you for that. Thanks for that share. Thanks for sharing that with us. I appreciate it. All right. Now, quiz time. How much do you know about Sensei and how awesome he is? Well, let's just talk. Let's just check it out. What is the highest grossing Seagal movie ever box office? All right. The highest ever grossing box office Seagal movie. A, Glimmer Man. B, Under Siege. C, The Patriot. D, A Good Man. Or E, On Deadly Ground. Now, there's a reason why there's 5 options, because there's a bonus point here. So A, Glimmer Man. B, Under Siege. C, Patriot. D, A Good Man. Or E, On Deadly Ground. All right. And now, all right, you give me your answer for that first. And then there's a bonus point for which one of those is the lowest grossing. That's going to be the hardest one. But first of all, let's go with highest grossing. All right. I want to know what the highest grossing Seagal movie is. I mean, obviously, we're going to narrow it down to Glimmer Man or Under Siege. Most people seem to be going with Under Siege. Sean's gone with On Deadly Ground. Sean, mate, you either must be new here or you're going for a reverse psychology tactic. Highest grossing movie, Dino. Glimmer Man, Under Siege, Patriot, Good Man, On Deadly Ground. The question is, which one is it? 2025, good to see you, my man. B then C. All right, so the highest grossing. Everyone's got their highest grossing one in? Under Siege, Under Siege, Under Siege. All right, you are correct. It is B. Now, bonus point. Which is the lowest grossing one out of these? Now, we can scrap the first 2. I'll give you a clue. It's out of the bottom 3. Lowest grossing by box office. The Patriot, A Good Man, and On Deadly Ground. Now, remember, a lot of his latest movies didn't go to movies, to the box office. They went straight to DVD. So they won't be included as sucking. But which one of the bottom 3 were his lowest grossing cinema releases? The Patriot, A Good Man, or On Deadly Ground? A, B, or C? We'll just do A, B, or okay. C, D, or E? The Patriot, A Good Man, or On Deadly Ground? I'll give you 10 seconds. Now think about this, right? It's cinema release, box office. Not talking about DVD sales and shit, just box office. We're talking box office. So think about it. Was On Deadly Ground released in box office? Was On A Good Man released at the cinemas? Was The Patriots released at the cinemas? All right, let's see what we got. I've got C. We got some D from Samantha. We got some On Deadly Ground. Humongous got On Deadly Ground. We got A Good Man. C. The Patriots. C. I figure. All right, that's interesting. Got a bit of a spread there. I can confirm that the correct answer was The Patriot. The Patriot was the shittiest one. It got pretty limited screen release because it was a piece of shit. So the correct answer was C. The Patriot was his shittest box office shitness. Anyway, according to AI, anyway. And I checked it with a couple of AIs. So the answer was C. How much it makes it is all about the art. All right, now this is an interesting one. Now we know he's a bit of a douche on every single film, right? We obviously know he's a douche on every single film. Which film allegedly saw Seagal constantly not turning up and fighting with the crew about the movie? And I mean like worse than his usual shenanigans, yeah? So which one was he like a major dick on? Was it A, Kill Switch, B, Under Siege 2, C, The Foreigner, or D, Today You Die? Now, what I mean by being a dick was I had to like dub in a lot of his clips, and a lot of it's not even him being there. He's speaking without being on camera. A, Kill Switch, B, Under Siege, C, The Foreigner, or D, Today You Die? A, B, C, D. Now, really, these are just like warm-up questions till we get to the next one about his fatness. So these are all just what. So A, Kill Switch, B, Under Siege, 2, C, The Foreigner, D, Today You Die. Which one was he the biggest dick on? According to the people anyway, which one was he like a real dick where they had to like fill in a lot of his clips without him being there, which is why the movie makes no sense. All right, what do we got here? We got C, D, A, D, 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 C, 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 C. Okay. All right, nice. Anyone who guessed The Foreigner, you are correct. Apparently, he was the biggest douche on The Foreigner. I mean, if we're being honest, he was a douche on all of them. You're right, Humongous. He wasn't. There you go. He was a douche on all of them, but The Foreigner, he was a mega douche, and he didn't turn up a lot, and they had to film a lot of scenes without him, and kind of make it work without him. All right. One more before we move on to the second half of this game, which is where it gets a bit more fun. All right. And now, I'll have to explain the second game to you when we get there, but I won't do it yet. Now, first up, last question. What era was Seagal unanimously considered to be at maximum fatness? I repeat the question. Not including now. What era was Seagal unanimously considered to be at maximum fatness? Okay. If you answer D, you get a point. If you answer anything else, you get 2 points. All right. A, 2014 to 2016. This was during his Good Man, Absolution era, Romanian era. Okay. B, 2016 to 2018. Sniper, Special Ops, China Salesman, that kind of era. Or C, 2009, 2011, Lawman, True Justice kind of era. Or D, obviously everything post 2005 because he's just been a fat prick for a while. But if you want 2 points, go for what do you think he was in his fattest era? 14, 16, 16, 18, 9 to 11, or everything post. The safe bet is D. If you just want to get a safe point, go with D. You want to go for double points and risk it all? Go for the correct answer, A, B, or C. All right, what do we got? We got B from Samantha. Okay, we got a B, we got a C. We've got a D, B, B, B. By the way, these are all according to multiple AI sources, okay? So these are not mine. I mean, you could argue he's fat in all of them, but these are according to multiple AI sources. Sniper Special Ops for sure. Okay, well, this is a trick question because, I mean, literally, there's no difference. 2014, 2016, 18, we're pretty much just, he's been a blob since 2014 onwards. I would have also accepted C. A, B, there's no wrong answer. It's actually, according to AI, it was actually A, right? 2014 to 2016. So, Ernesto, well done with your random guess. But I don't trust AI. I actually think it's probably B. But I would have accepted A, B, or C, to be honest with you. He's fat in all of them. I've seen the chair in Sniper Special Ops. All right, we're moving on to phase 2. Now, phase 2 is a little bit different, all right? There are 3 infamous phases, so listen carefully. There's only one. The first person in wins this. It's whoever gets in first that wins it, all right? Because there's no multiple choice here. I'm going to show you some pictures on a screen, and you have to guess what famous phrase these pictures make, okay? So, for example, all right, so again, I'm going to put on a picture on the screen. The first person to come with the answer of what famous phrase this is, famous quote from Steven Seagal, you win. You don't win anything other than my respect and a high five. But I'm going to leave that out there for you guys to guess while I go and get some more Ritz Cracker Biscuits. What is this famous saying by Seagal? First person in wins. Think about it. Use your noggins, people. Come on. A famous quote from the big man. I thought you. I did tell you, Dan. I did tell you, Dino. There'd be an arse here for you, mate. So there's the arse I promised. I did promise you a butt. Yeah. Does anyone know? Does anyone know what this famous saying is? Think about it. You got to put it through. Just come on. Think about it. What have we got first? That's not a tick. What's another name for a tick that starts with M? You're close, Max, but I need the full answer, Max. I need the full answer. You're missing one word, Max. You're missing one word. You're missing a key word at the start, Max. You're almost there, but you're missing a key word. You're all there. We go. Drew's got it. Drew's got it. Well done, Drew. If you go through it carefully, but it's a but. It, cousin it. That's a might. Could, That guy's saying could be an illusion. Asset might be new. No, but it's a but it might could be an illusion. Come on, man. I'm this reminds me of like Carl Pilkington from Rockbusters and shit. I'm trying here, and you guys are all being Ricky Gervaises and Stephen Merchants. I thought that was brilliant. All right, one more. But it could be an illusion. All right, we'll try again. Next one. Might. Well, you know, it's hard to put might. The only other way I could do might was like muscles. But if I did that, then you'd say, but it muscle could, you know, I thought I'd go with might. All right, next one. All right, this one here. I'm not going to give you any clues. Work it out yourselves. All right, it's a pretty common phrase. Samantha, I think you know this one, so don't answer. But everyone else, go for it. What are we thinking? Speak it out, people. Speak it out. There we go, Humongous. There you go, Samantha. There you go, Leon. You loony. You got it. That's it. Can I laugh in your face? All right. I don't know why. I'm sure these are a lot more fun for me making them than they are for you guys to actually play it. But suck a dick. Can I see you? I don't know. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on, people. What's going on here? All right, one more. There's one more. One more. You can redeem yourselves now. What do we got going on here, guys? Come on. One more. Come on. If anyone knows anything about movies, you should be able to guess this. Just that's all right. It's all right. I mean, if you get it right, you get it right. You don't have to be first. It's just more about, all right, so what are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? What are we thinking about this one? Who's got this one? Anyone? I need the full line, Rising. I need the full line. I can't accept partial quotations of things. I need full lines. Anyone know what's going on here? Anyone know what's going on? Come on, it's quite obvious. What do we got here? We got an eye. Looks like we got a last will and testament here. This looks like the cast of Snatch, doesn't it? I will snatch. That's a Suzuki Every, by the way. I didn't know that, but there's a car called a Suzuki Every. So I will snatch Every. That's Stifler's mum getting banged by shit brick. Motherfucker. So he's a motherfucker. I will snatch every motherfucker. And then there's a birthday. Boom. Come on, man. I thought someone would have got that. I definitely thought someone. I will snatch every motherfucker. I was gonna put Motherfucker Jones from what's that movie called? I caught people, many Japanese cars, one more people. No. Yes. So I was gonna put Motherfucker Jones instead, but I didn't. I went with Stifler's mum because I thought everyone would have got that. But anyway, okay. That's all. I've only got 3 of them. Would you like to see more of these next week? Let's see. I was thinking about doing more of these next week because I actually enjoy them, but I don't know if you guys are enjoying it or not. But this was good for me. I liked it. Hey, that's coming soon, Max. Don't worry. I just playing it out. This one's not really that hard. I don't understand why this is that hard. You got an I, last will, I will, right? Snatch. I mean, that's the cast of Snatch. Everyone knows the cast of Snatch. Okay, the Suzuki Every bit might be hard. Motherfucker. I mean, yeah, I guess. And then the birthday. You know what? It's probably easy for me because I made it, so I assume it's easy. And maybe not so easy for you guys, but yeah, I thought more people would have got that. Why is YouTube deleting your comments? Oh, you snatching birthdays and shit. That's probably why. But anyway, we'll do more of that next week. All right, good to see people liking the I should have put Motherfucker Jones. Don't worry, there's plenty of quotes. If you guys aren't aware of this, I'll show you now so you can see. I have a Seagal quotes folder, okay? It's all of Seagal's quotes going from, you know, sighing and laughing. What do we got? One of us lives and one of us dies. Are you as good as they all say you are?
Are you really as good as they all say you are?
These will all get a run at some point, of course.
Anybody see Richie?
Anybody seen Richie? You know, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things. You know, I did that tonight. I did kind of laugh in your face. Fuck you up ugly. That'll get a run.
Let me go.
Anyway, I've got a whole folder of Seagal, and then I've got a whole subfolder of new lines from Seagal that I've added, and then there's a whole latest quotes folder, and then there's a lawman folder as well. So there's plenty of quotes. Don't worry. There's more coming next week, but I just wanted to test it out and see if you guys loved it. But I appreciate the
we're peeling back
now. All right, the votes are in on that. That's good enough for me. I can deal with that. We're going to go to... All right, we're going to do a poll again. I'm all about the poll. Oh. Seagal Life Doco. We'll just go to the poll, mate. They're all going to get watched at some point, but I'll let the people decide. And this motherfucker goes for 35 minutes, and we're going to be stopping in between as well. So just keep that in mind, yeah. We're gonna be stopping a lot, and we're gonna be talking about this shit. I mean,
arts.
But this is done by AI, so I don't think it's gonna be the greatest. But we'll pump through it at some point. Anyway, all right, 80-20. How many we got here? We got about 30 people. So we're gonna go with once we get to about 15. Okay, 60-40. All right, so Seagal's doco is coming up there. All right, interesting. We're going to let it run out. I picked the life doco. But the birthday image was mostly obscured by the host window. By the birth... was it? Okay. So I was in the way, was I? I didn't think about that, Pagan. Thank you for sharing that. Next time I will know to move it up a bit. I thought the host window would have cut out the chat. How does it work here? Okay, so a little bit of the snatching would have been cut out. Okay. I see. I understand. You know, the problem is when we're doing a poll and it's 50-50, it doesn't really help at all. I need people to vote so you can push it in one direction or the other. 50-50 is just useless. It helps nobody. Now, what have I got in now? My head's in the way.
All attended.
Is that your excuse for not getting it right? Because it's a fair excuse. If you can't see the whole picture, then that's a fair excuse. All right, you know what? Fuck is. We're going with the Seagal doco, and then we're going to go with They Live.
He's the martial arts master.
We're watching the Seagal doco. That's it. We're done. 50-50 again. We're gonna finish off with They Live.
Who kicked, punched, and philosophized his way through Hollywood's golden age of action films. But behind the stoic stare and Aikido moves lies a fortune, a fortress-like mansion, and a garage that screams power. Today,
I want to see his garage.
Today, we're peeling back the curtain on the controversial and often elusive world of Steven Seagal, an actor, producer, part-time lawman, and full-time...
You're right, Kuro. I should go with a coin toss instead of waiting for a vote. I should just toss it. I love how they talk him up like he's a gun.
Enigma. From his $14 million net worth to his taste in high-end real estate.
Yo, all right.
From his $14 million...
Do we think he's worth 14 million or more? Or less? 14 million? More or less? What are you thinking? I'm not going to go to a poll. Just tell me more, less, or 14. 14, more or less.
$1 million net worth to his taste in high-end real estate and muscle-packed cars. This is the
By the way, I did not know he liked high-end real estate or muscle-packed cars. I got to admit, I didn't know that.
Untold story of how Seagal...
It might also be bullshit, but we'll find out.
...lives off-screen. Steven Seagal's story begins far from the bright lights of Hollywood. Born on April 10th, 1952, in Lansing, Michigan,
I know that.
Seagal was the son of Patricia Ann Fisher, a medical technician, and Samuel Seagal, a high school mathematics teacher.
It's true.
His background is a mix of cultures. His mother was of Irish
Here we go. His background. Let's see what this guy says.
descent, while his father was Jewish, with roots tracing back to Russian Jewish immigrants. In later years,
Whoa, 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 whoa. This guy missed out the Italian, the French, the Native American, the Mongolian, the Asian, the fucking, again, Wakandan. Bullshit, man. Come on.
Seagal claimed even deeper ancestral ties to Vladivostok, St. Petersburg, and Belarus.
Yes, we know that, but more.
During a Russian talk show appearance, he went further, suggesting that genetic testing revealed links to Yakut and Buryat ethnic groups native to Siberia.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
While unverified, these claims have added to the mystique surrounding his identity. When Seagal
No, there's no mistake. He's just made it up himself.
was 5 years old, his family relocated to Fullerton, California. According to his mother, the move was transformative. She once told People magazine that Stephen had been a sickly child, frail and asthmatic, before the family left Michigan.
It's true. Apparently he was like a little runt, and I'm pretty sure he got bullied a lot. From his mum also said, I'm pretty sure she said he got bullied a lot. I mean, he doesn't say that now because, he's massive, but...
He was a puny kid back then, she said, but he really thrived after the move. In California's warmer climate, Seagal reportedly grew stronger and more active, setting the stage for his lifelong obsession with martial arts.
I mean, strong is a subjective word. He looked like a 12-year-old boy for most of his early career.
Seagal attended Buena Park High School and later enrolled at Fullerton College in the early 1970s. But even during these early years, there were signs of a more complex persona emerging, one that would be characterized by blurred truths and larger-than-life stories. Over the years, Seagal has developed a reputation not just as a martial artist and actor, but as a master of myth-making.
Here we go. This must be coming into the bullshit stories. This is what we're here for.
Numerous biographers and critics have described him as a pathological liar, pointing to his habit of making bold claims about his past that often don't hold up to scrutiny. One of his most controversial assertions is that he trained under Morihei Ueshiba, the legendary founder of Aikido. However, historical records show that Ueshiba passed away in 1969, 5 years before Seagal first moved to Japan at age 22. Steven Seagal's path to fame didn't begin with a movie deal or red carpet. It began in a humble martial arts dojo. As a child, Seagal threw himself into the disciplined world of martial arts, starting with Shitoryu karate and eventually gravitating toward Aikido, a Japanese martial art known for its elegance and spiritual depth. It was more than a hobby. It became the foundation.
I mean, we all know he chose Aikido, right? Because he didn't have to actually do shit. There's no real kicking involved. There's no real movement involved. It's the laziest one you can do, really, if we're being honest. It's pretty lazy.
Foundation of his identity. His first real connection to Japan came as a teenager. At just 17, a Japanese co-worker at a local dojo in Garden Grove, California, encouraged him to visit the country where Aikido had originated. That first trip to Japan would spark a lifelong fascination with the culture and set the stage for the most unusual journey an American action star has likely ever taken.
I don't know about that. I don't know what. It's not so unusual. He just went to Japan for a while, knocked up a Japanese bird, worked at her dad's dojo, helped out with the CIA. Actually, helped out with the CIA, bashed the Yakuza. I stand corrected.
In 1974, Seagal met Miyako Fujitani, the daughter of a respected Aikido master from Osaka, who was teaching in Los Angeles at the time. Like Seagal, Miyako was deeply immersed in the martial arts world.
Because her dad.
She held a second-degree black belt, and their shared passion quickly turned into a relationship. When she decided to return to Japan, Seagal followed her. There, he began teaching at her family's dojo, an unusual position.
He followed her, or he was mooching off her? By all accounts, he was mooching off her because he had no money.
Position for a Westerner in a culture that traditionally kept martial arts within national borders. Many have credited Seagal with being the first non-Asian to operate a dojo in Japan. Whether or not that claim is fully verifiable.
Not verifiable at all. Apparently, he was managing, at some points, the father's dojo. That's about it.
It speaks to the role he carved out for himself in a world that rarely accepted outsiders. He was more than a visitor. He was part of the scene. After a period in Japan,
see what he's showing here?
Accepted outsiders. He was more.
What he's showing here is that his arm is longer than the other guy's arm. That's all he's showing, is that his arm is making contact with this Asian dude's face before the Asian dude can punch him because he's got longer fucking arms. I mean, what? Sorry, I'm not a master. I'll shut up now.
More than a visitor. He was part of the scene. After a period in Japan, Seagal briefly returned to the U.S., setting up a dojo in Taos, New Mexico, with one of his students, Craig Dunn. But the pull of Japan remained strong, and he returned before eventually settling back in the United States.
He wanted to go back to Japan for the used panties.
States for good in 1983. That year, he opened another Aikido school in West Hollywood with Haruo Matsuoka, a loyal student and fellow Aikidoka. Their partnership lasted until 1997, when they went their separate ways. But by then, Seagal's ambitions had moved far beyond the dojo. As his martial arts schools took off,
I mean, this guy's talking about 97. He was in Hollywood way before 1997.
West Hollywood with Haruo Matsuoka, a loyal student and fellow Aikidoka. Their partnership lasted until 1997.
Yeah, he was in Hollywood way before that.
When they went their separate ways. But by then, Seagal's ambitions had moved far beyond the dojo.
He was in Hollywood.
As his martial arts schools took off, Seagal began exploring Hollywood. He wasn't just dreaming of stardom, he was quietly networking, offering his expertise as a martial arts coordinator on films such as The Challenge and Never Say Never Again, a James Bond film starring Sean Connery.
Which is apparently the infamous movie where he broke his wrist.
These behind-the-scenes roles gave him a foot in the door, but Seagal wanted to be in front of the camera. That break came in 1988, when director Andrew Davis cast him in Above the Law, a gritty action film where Seagal's real-life Aikido skills were...
So just so we realize, right, this guy here is the reason that we know about Big Daddy right here. We owe everything to this bearded, balding, George Costanza kind of looking dude.
Andrew Davis cast him in Above the Law, a gritty action film where Seagal's real-life Aikido skills were front and center. The movie was a surprise hit and instantly gave Hollywood something it hadn't seen before. A soft-spoken, ponytailed martial artist who broke arms as easily as he delivered cryptic one-liners. Seagal followed up with a string of successful box office hits. Hard to Kill, 1990, Marked for Death, 1990, and Out for Justice, 1991. These films cemented his image as a street-smart, no-nonsense hero who preferred action.
I don't know if those years are right, to be honest with you. I think it was 88, 90, and 91, but okay.
Over talk. Then came the big one. In 1992, Under Siege hit theaters. Again directed by Andrew Davis, the film featured Seagal as a Navy SEAL.
See, why would that Davis guy get Seagal back? After he worked with him in Above the Law, surely he thought, fuck this. Why would you want to get him back?
Turned cook, who foils a terrorist attack on a battleship. It was Seagal's commercial peak, grossing over $156 million worldwide and transforming him into a full-fledged action icon. He rode that wave into his directorial debut, On Deadly Ground, 1994, a film that diverged from his usual action formula to tackle environmental and spiritual issues.
And flopped like
shit. The film was critically
and it flopped like shit.
But Seagal himself has often cited it as one of the most meaningful projects of his career. In 1995, it's
only meaningful because he thinks he's doing something special with his messages in it, but no one gave a shit. There's no point having a message in a movie if your movie's trash and everyone laughs at you for being a fucking douche, right? I mean, am I wrong? I'm just...
Returned to safer territory with Under Siege 2, Dark Territory, followed by Executive Decision, 1996. The Glimmer Man, 1996.
I mean, Executive Decision shouldn't count. They killed him off in that, and they did it on purpose because he was a dick.
And Fire Down Below, 1997. But by the late 90s, Seagal's box office draw began to fade, and he pivoted toward direct-to-video, DTV films, a space he would dominate for the next 2 decades.
I mean, I don't know about dominate. He's prominent there and prevalent. I don't know if dominate is the right way, though. Will we get a video about Lord and Savior the Wig? I've done a video about his hair at some point. If you search for hair, the word hair in my playlist, it'll come up somewhere. But I did a video about his hair.
Seagal's first DTV film, The Patriot, 1998, was an independently produced project shot on and around his Montana ranch. Funded with his own money, it marked a turning point in his career, from mainstream movie star to cult action figure. Since then...
Hold on a sec. Cult action figure? Cult action figure, it's an interesting term. I mean, you could say Chuck's a cult action figure. I don't know if you put the Seagal in there. He's a cult figure. He's a cult figure. Don't know if I'd put the word action in there, though.
Seagal has maintained a steady output of action films that rarely see theatrical release in North America, but still appeal to...
Now we're a cult, yeah. We're cult for sure. I don't know about cult action, though. Cult, definitely, Kuro. I don't know about the action part. I'm just being pedantic about the action part.
Loyal global fan base. His DTV catalog includes titles like Belly of the Beast, 2003.
I'm gonna stop it again, man. I mean, loyal global fan base. What are we doing here? Other than those people I talk about in the what is it, the fan forums who want to go on a date with him. What do you mean global fan base?
2003, Out of Reach, 2004, Submerged, 2005, Urban Justice, 2007, Kill Switch, 2008, and Born to Raise Hell, 2010, among many others. Though mostly outside the spotlight of major studios, these films allowed Seagal to remain active in the industry, often serving as producer and occasionally as a screenwriter. The only major exception to his DTV streak was Robert Rodriguez's Machete, 2010, where Seagal played a rare villainous role opposite Danny Trejo.
Machete.
Love him or criticize him, Steven Seagal remains one of Hollywood's most unusual figures. His journey, from teaching Aikido in Japan to fronting major studio blockbusters and dominating the direct-to-video scene, defies convention. Over the course of his decades-long career, Steven Seagal has built more than just a name in Hollywood. He's also built a sizable fortune. Known for his work...
All right, now we're getting into his cash. Now we're getting... Yeah, the AI is dumb as fuck. We're getting into his cash now. 18 to 21-year-old fan base, yeah.
As an actor, martial artist, and producer, Seagal has translated his success on screen into an impressive real estate portfolio.
Okay.
These properties are not just places to live. They're part of the mystique that surrounds the man who once dominated action films in the 90s. So where exactly does Steven Seagal call home? Let's take a closer look at the residences behind the star.
I'm excited about this.
Mansion in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Now, so he's selling this, and this is bullshit. He sold this, or he's trying to sell it.
Back in 2001,
he doesn't live there at all. He's trying to sell it right now, I think for less than what he paid for it.
Action star Steven Seagal quietly purchased a sweeping 12-acre estate in the arid beauty of Scottsdale, Arizona. While the exact price remains undisclosed, what followed was a bold and highly customized construction project. A massive 9,000-square-foot stone mansion that mirrors Seagal's tough, enigmatic screen persona.
Bullshit. He just needed fucking ramps so he could roll his fat ass up the fucking... He couldn't walk up steps. So he had to just get everything, wheelchair ramps put in.
Designed with security and seclusion in mind, the home features bulletproof glass throughout. Even the entrance gate is fortified, making it as much a fortress as it is a luxury residence. Perched on a scenic hillside nearly 3,000 feet above sea level, the estate offers breathtaking panoramic views of the Phoenix metropolitan area.
I mean, I don't know where the fuck this place is. It looks like it's in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, right? So you can think of it 2 points. Why do you need all this bulletproof glass and shit when you're in the middle of nowhere? Because who the fuck's going to rob you? And then the flip side is, I guess you're in the middle of nowhere, so you need protection, right? But I mean, come on.
As it is a luxury residence. Perched on a scenic hillside nearly 3,000 feet above sea level, the estate offers breathtaking panoramic views of the Phoenix metropolitan area. The design integrates seamlessly into the surrounding desert terrain, with native cacti and arid landscaping spread across the property. From the outside, the architectural lines evoke a modern...
I mean, look, it looks pimping, man. Don't get me wrong. Like, if you're living on the edge of a cliff like a hero with no one around you, it's pretty badass. I imagine it's probably taking you about 30 or 40 minutes to go to the local fucking supermarket. And be annoying to get weed delivered, but damn, it's not a bad place.
Almost maze-like structure, while the interior is filled with lavish touches like marble countertops, a spa-style marble bathtub, and a fireplace in the master bathroom. The kitchen offers...
Okay. What kind of fuckwit?
A spa...
What kind of dickwad? Honestly, what kind of dickwad gets a fireplace in the bathroom? It's a pimpin' move. Don't get me wrong, but Space Ice says you get Mimsy. You're in the wrong channel, mate. Space Ice says I'm gay. How did he know? Who the fuck puts a fireplace in a goddamn bathroom? That's some pimp my pad kind of shit.
Spa-style marble bathtub,
MTV Cribs, and
a fireplace in the master bathroom. The kitchen offers upscale finishes, and large open living areas flow effortlessly throughout the home. The main house contains...
I mean, he needs large living areas because he has to waddle through without smashing into things.
4 spacious bedrooms, a dedicated home theater, and multiple flex rooms perfect for a gym, office, or studio.
Gym. This guy said gym. He said gym. That's hilarious. Sorry. That's funny, though.
A 5th bedroom is housed separately in a private guest house, ideal for visitors or personal staff. The estate's opulence continues outdoors with an infinity-edge swimming pool, a bubbling hot tub, and a vast terrace guarded by 2 imposing samurai statues.
I mean, it's a badass place. He definitely put those statues in. There's no way that place came with the statues, obviously. It's a badass place, though.
Nod to Seagal's martial arts background and deep interest in Japanese culture. Bronze accents and natural stone columns lend an earthy elegance to the exterior, while massive floor-to-ceiling bulletproof windows frame uninterrupted views of the desert landscape in nearly every direction. mansion in Tennessee.
Oh, he's got a mansion in Tennessee.
Steven Seagal's real estate ventures haven't always gone according to plan. One notable example is his Tennessee estate, a stunning custom-built mansion that he struggled to sell for years. Originally listed at $3.9 million in 2017, the home ultimately sold for a fraction of its asking price, reportedly around $500,000.
Oh damn! He wanted $4 million. He got $500K. That's some painful shit right there. Going from $4 million to $500K. I reckon, you know, the reason why there's probably lots of value because people knew that this motherfucker lived in the house. That's worse than having people die in your house. I mean, he farted there, he fucked in there, he ate in there, he shat in there. That's going to take at least a few million off the property. Not for me, obviously, I'd pay more, but for the average person.
A significant financial loss for the action star. Still, despite the disappointing sale, the property itself remains a showcase of luxury craftsmanship and thoughtful design. Nestled in the quiet beauty of the Tennessee landscape, the estate is anchored by a main residence that offers 4 spacious bedrooms and 4.5 elegant bathrooms.
Hold on, man. So this place has got 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, and he sold it for $500,000. That's a fucking steal, man, in any country.
Complementing the main home is a detached 2-bed.
Actually, I have no idea where Tennessee is. And then there's a detached 2-bedroom home as well on top of that shit for $500,000. Where's Tennessee? Is that in the middle of nowhere, is it?
Room, 1.5 bathroom accessory dwelling unit, commonly referred to as a DADU, which provides ideal accommodations for guests, rental opportunities, or even a private home office or studio. Inside the main house, the interiors reflect a refined, modern aesthetic. Natural light floods through large windows.
But that's a mad place for $500K. I mean, I'm just saying. That's about, what, probably $750 in Australia? You're not getting shit for $750 like that in Australia, anywhere.
Illuminating the open concept living and dining areas. A cozy fireplace creates a warm and inviting atmosphere, while upscale designer finishes give the space a polished, luxurious feel.
That's not bad.
The heart of the home is the chef's kitchen, outfitted with premium appliances, including a striking Le Cornu double oven and stove, known for its elegance and performance. Custom cabinetry and a generous center island make the...
Could be real, man. I mean, real estate thing you can find out online. It doesn't have to lie about it. I mean, the AI is shit, but I mean, for $500,000, I have no idea where Tennessee is, though. Tennessee could be like bumfuck Egypt, bro. It could be like Shepard and Dino.
This kitchen, as functional as it is beautiful, perfect for entertaining family or friends. The master suite, located on the main floor, is a true retreat. It features 2 large walk-in closets and a spa-like bathroom that offers both comfort and serenity. Upstairs, residents enjoy a large media and entertainment room.
It's not even his place anymore.
Visitors,
So what do we care?
gatherings,
He doesn't
stairs.
even
The
live there. He
spaces
doesn't live
from
there. He
bulletproof
sold it.
mansions in Arizona to custom-designed estates in Tennessee, Seagal's real estate choices reflect a man who values privacy.
Hold on. So he's got 2 houses. It's hardly him being a fucking mogul.
Power, and style. But his taste for luxury doesn't stop at homes. He also has an eye-catching collection of high-end cars.
All right, I'm interested in the cars. So far, he's got 2 homes, right? One's worth like, I don't know how much they said it was, $4 million, and he couldn't sell that. And the other one's worth $500,000. I don't know what the first one was. Is the doco just an ad? It looks like it. So I don't know. He's worth $14 million. His cars might be worth $14 million, are they?
Let's take a closer look at some of Steven Seagal's most iconic vehicles and what makes each one special.
Let's.
Cars. This classic American muscle car is a nod to raw power and timeless design. The 1973 Ford Mustang marked the end of the first generation of Mustangs and still turns heads today with its aggressive stance and vintage charm.
Okay, yeah.
For Seagal, who's built a career on grit and strength, this car fits right in.
I agree, it's a nice car. I don't see him getting in and out of that car, though.
With a powerful V8 engine and bold lines, the 73 Mustang delivers both speed and style. Perfect for someone who prefers performance.
That's a beautiful car, man. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Fuck all these Teslas and shit. That's what a car should look like.
With a touch of nostalgia. Next on...
It kind of looks like an XC Falcon. For those in Australia that know what I'm talking about. Looks a bit like an XC Falcon or Fairmont, sorry, an XC Fairmont a little bit. That kind of style. A bit like a Tirana, but not quite.
Who prefers performance with a touch of nostalgia. Next on Seagal's list is the 1987 Chevrolet Caprice. This full-size sedan is not flashy.
I'm not saying anything impressive so far.
But it's reliable, roomy, and built like a tank, much like the characters Seagal often portrays. Popular among law enforcement and government agencies in the 80s and 90s, the Caprice is known for its durability and comfort.
Looks like
it may not be a typical celebrity choice, but it's a practical one that reflects Seagal's rugged, no-nonsense persona.
Look, I like it for the old school feel, but
Rare and stunning supercar that was once the fastest...
There's no way he's getting in and out of an XJ220. I do remember this car from some game I played on, like Need for Speed or some shit.
Production car in the world. With a sleek, aerodynamic body and a twin-turbo V6 engine capable of speeds over 210 miles per hour, the XJ220 is a collector's dream. It's the kind of car that demands attention. just like Seagal in his action film prime.
He doesn't drive anywhere anyway. He gets driven in SUVs. So I'm guessing he just keeps these for collection purposes, right? Rather than driving him, because there's no way he's getting in and out of that shit.
Owning a vehicle of this caliber signals not just wealth, but an appreciation for engineering excellence and exclusivity. Finally, we have the Mercedes-Benz GLE, a luxury SUV that balances power with practicality.
All right, so his cars are worth what? $300,000, $400,000, maybe $500,000. Then I don't see no Rolls Royce or fucking Bentleys in there or Maybachs.
With a refined interior, cutting-edge technology, and impressive off-road capabilities, the GLE is ideal for someone like Seagal, who values both comfort and command.
Who's a fat fuck who needs to get driven around.
Whether navigating city streets or remote terrain, this SUV delivers performance wrapped in luxury. It's a modern-day status symbol that's as versatile as it is stylish. Which of these cars is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you see on the big screen. But there's much more to this action star than meets the eye.
What?
When he's not taking down villains in films, Seagal often finds himself immersed in two very different worlds.
Here we go.
Music and law enforcement. Long before his Hollywood fame, Seagal nurtured a deep love for music, especially the blues. A talented guitarist, he built a remarkable collection of rare and historic instruments.
He does have a lot of guitars. He's got a shitload of guitars, one of the greatest collections in the world, apparently. Still doesn't mean he knows how to play shit.
Among his prized possessions are guitars once owned by some of the greatest blues legends in history.
This is true.
Albert King, B.B. King, Freddie King, Bo Diddley, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Buddy Guy, Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, and even Jimi Hendrix. For Seagal, these aren't just instruments. They're pieces of musical history that reflect his passion for soulful expression.
I will give him that. I'll give him that for collecting like guitars from like old school musicians. I will give him that for fuck's sake. But his ability to play sucks. And those guitars are probably worth a shitload, right? At some point. Kuro, take it easy, brother. Have a good night. And welcome aboard, Donnie. Better late than never, mate. If you're self-employed, you should be able to work whenever you want, brother.
In 2004, Seagal made a bold move and released his debut album, Songs from the Crystal Cave. The album is a curious blend of musical styles, ranging from pop and country to world music and blues. Featuring collaborations with reggae artists like Tony Rebel, Lieutenant Stitchie, and Lady Saw, as well as music legend Stevie Wonder, the album showcased a different, more spiritual side of Seagal.
And still it sucked balls. And still it sucked balls and nobody bought it. Big kicks, little kicks. What's going on, Akira? How are you, my friend?
Several tracks from this album were also featured in the soundtrack for his 2005 film, Into the Sun. One track in particular, Girl, It's All Right, was released internationally as a single, accompanied by a music video. Not stopping there, Seagal followed up.
The only one with a music video, by the way. Girl, It's All Right was the only one with a music video. We haven't done that. We might get to that at some point, but maybe not tonight, but we'll see how we go. But Girl, It's All Right is the only one with a music video. And we will go through that song because the lyrics are quite poignant.
With a second album in 2006, titled
quite on point.
Mojo Priest. The release sparked a small concert tour, but not everyone was impressed. Tom Jurek, a critic for AllMusic, rated the album just 1.5 out of 5 stars.
Tom was being generous.
Criticizing Seagal's guitar work as average and the tone of the music as overly self-important. Despite the harsh review, Seagal remained committed to his music, viewing it as a personal outlet and
I kind of like that dude, the way he just shat on Seagal. I like it.
Reflection of his beliefs. But Seagal's off-screen adventures didn't stop at music. In the late 1980s, while teaching martial arts and weapons training to deputies in Louisiana, Seagal formed a close relationship with then-Sheriff Harry Lee. Impressed by his skills, Sheriff Lee invited Seagal to join the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office as a reserve deputy chief, a title that was largely ceremonial, but very real to Seagal. Years later, this side of his life would become...
By the way, this AI video has got like 93,000 views. And I'm pretty sure if I made a video about his life, it would get half as much as that.
A reality TV sensation. In 2009, A&E launched Steven Seagal, Lawman, a documentary series that followed Seagal on patrol and showcased his work with Louisiana law enforcement in a post-Hurricane Katrina environment. Seagal said his goal was to highlight the dedication of local officers and the importance of community policing.
He did none of that. He just hassled people. People were essentially shouting at his name even though they weren't. But he was not highlighting shit about community policing. My ass is such a fucking liar.
The show's debut drew 3.6 million viewers, making it the biggest premiere in A&E's history at the time.
Wow. Check that shit out. 3.6 million people watch that shit.
However, the ride wasn't entirely smooth. In 2010, the show was abruptly suspended after Seagal faced a sexual trafficking lawsuit. Though the case was later dropped, the controversy halted production for a time. A&E resumed the show later that year, and in 2011, filming began for a third season.
Look, it's hard. It's very hard to come back from sexual trafficking charges. Where Mama at? Why did Mama let him go? I mean, these are the big questions you got to ask.
This time set in Maricopa County, Arizona. While episodes were planned for early 2012, they were postponed without explanation. The third season finally aired in January 2014, but the show was never renewed for a fourth season. Still, Seagal's law enforcement journey didn't end there. In October 2011.
By the way, I really do have to get back into Lawman. I'll put that in the back burner, but I should get back into Lawman again. I did season 1, season 2. I got ready to go. I've got all the episodes, so I just got to get into that. Actually, let's see if we should season 2 of Lawman. I forgot to get back into that.
He was officially sworn in as a deputy sheriff in Hudspeth County, Texas, where he helped patrol a 98-mile stretch of the U.S.-Mexico border. While some have questioned the seriousness of his police work, Seagal has always claimed his role is genuine and rooted in a sense of civic duty. Business ventures.
Yeah, civic duty, my ass. So you decide that you want to get cameras and shit. Why don't you just do it without the cameras then? If it wasn't about publicity, someone explain to me why he has to have cameras. Why not just do it anyway? Right? Isn't it just easy to do it anyway? Why do you need cameras around to do it? Just do it if you want to, if it's grounded in a sense of civic duty. Am I wrong?
Over the decades, Steven Seagal has made a name for himself, not only as a Hollywood action star and martial artist, but also as a man with an eye for unusual business ventures. While many celebrities stick to launching perfumes or clothing.
Unusual business ventures. They'll probably like sex trafficking buddies. He's been allegedly charged for sex trafficking. He was charged and dropped. Allegedly. I'm saying allegedly here. I'm just saying maybe they're just talking to each other.
Usual business ventures. While many celebrities stick to launching perfumes or clothing lines, Seagal's entrepreneurial path has been anything but conventional. Ranging from video games and energy drinks to knives, cologne, and even Russian firearms. Back in 1997, Seagal was poised to enter the world of video gaming. A project called Deadly Honor was in development for the Nintendo 64 and the original PlayStation consoles. Marketed as an action-packed adventure.
By the way, can we all agree that this is like almost 99% the script came from like ChatGPT or some kind of AI shit? This guy did not come up with this himself. The footage I'm sure he found or whatever, that's fine. But I'm 100% sure this script came from AI. Only a dickhead like me would bother to do the research himself.
The game was expected to capitalize on Seagal's fame and martial arts skills, placing him in the lead role as a playable character. However, despite early buzz and development progress, the game was abruptly
And I say that because if you're going to go to the effort of just researching it yourself, you'd fucking record it yourself too. You wouldn't put some shitty AI voice over it. That's all I'm saying.
Cancelled while still in its beta phase. No official reason was ever given, but Deadly Honor faded quietly into the list of lost gaming projects that never made it to store shelves. Undeterred by the setback, Seagal continued to explore new commercial opportunities. In 2005, he launched a bold and quirky product, an energy drink called Steven Seagal's Lightning Bolt. Marketed as an exotic blend of natural ingredients and high energy, the drink came in unique flavors such as Asian Experience and Cherry Charge.
This is one of the first videos I made about Seagal back in the day, actually.
While it was certainly a conversation starter, Lightning Bolt struggled to find a sustainable market and was eventually pulled from production. Today, it stands as a cult curiosity among fans of
Hamish and Andy. Dino, you'd recognize them. It's a couple of Aussie blokes, actually. They're called Hamish and Andy. They had a comedy show back in Australia.
Both Seagal and offbeat celebrity products. Around the same time, Seagal also entered the personal grooming industry with a tongue-in-cheek aftershave named Scent of Action. Though the product didn't make major waves in the fragrance market, it reinforced Seagal's willingness to experiment with self-branded
I did not know about the scented market bullshit, to be honest with you. Honestly.
Merchandise that played off his tough guy image. But perhaps most aligned with his on-screen persona was his line of knives and weapons. These weren't just decorative or collector's items. They were marketed as functional tools designed for combat and self-defense.
He did.
Complete with Seagal's endorsement. The products catered to fans of martial arts, survival gear, and tactical weaponry.
I think I showed a video of someone with his sword who said the sword was shit.
Further solidifying Seagal's image as a no-nonsense action figure, both on and off the screen. In 2013, Seagal took a surprising leap onto the global stage of firearm politics. That year, he joined forces with Orsis, a new Russian firearms manufacturer known for precision rifles. Seagal served as both a brand ambassador and promoter, lending his fame to help launch the company's international profile. But his involvement didn't stop at photo ops. Seagal actively lobbied for changes to U.S. policy. Specifically, he pushed for the easing of American import restrictions on
grooming industry. That's a very good point. I like that, Drew. I like that. Mate, I'm living in Thailand, so my whole life is the Asian experience, Akira. But I'm sipping on some spiced rum, some Thai local spiced rum. But yes, living in Thailand, my whole life is an Asian experience. I lived in Vietnam previously, so I'm living the Asian experience.
Russian sporting firearms. His unusual role as a Hollywood actor advocating for Russian weapon imports raised eyebrows, especially given the complex political tensions between the two countries.
Yeah, but he's a Russian ambassador, mate, so back the fuck off.
From canceled video games and discontinued drinks to tactical gear and international lobbying, Steven Seagal's career outside of film is filled with unpredictable twists. It's clear that he thrives on carving his own path, no matter how unconventional. Whether those ventures succeed or fail, Seagal remains a fascinating figure, constantly blurring the line between fiction.
All right, now what do we reckon the odds are that she threw herself at him and he had to fight her off? There's also another girl here in the background with white booty shorts, but there's a good chance she threw herself at him. No day written on your headband. Not today, man. I've got just a standard do-rag today. Nameless jocks.
Fiction and reality in both business and life. Personal life. Steven Seagal is known to most as a Hollywood action star and martial artist, but his life story reaches far beyond the big screen. From his deep connections to Buddhism and global diplomacy to his complex personal life and unusual hobbies, Seagal lives as a man of many layers.
This guy just says the same shit over and over again using different words. This is how you know it's AI.
Some controversial, others surprisingly spiritual. Beyond his work in film and martial arts, Seagal has a fascination with weapons, particularly swords and guns. Over the years, he has built an extensive sword collection, reflecting commissioned a custom-made firearm every month, an indulgence that mirrors his larger-than-life persona. But behind...
I mean, how do you know any of this shit's even true? This guy's saying he's getting a firearm made every single month. How the fuck would he even know that? How the fuck would he know what Seagal's getting made every single month?
In the tough exterior lies a man with spiritual leanings. Seagal is a practicing Buddhist, and in February 1997, he received an extraordinary recognition from the Tibetan Buddhist community.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Lama Penor Rinpoche of the Palyul Monastery publicly declared Seagal to be a tulku, a reincarnated spiritual master. Specifically, he was identified as the reincarnation of Chungdrag Dorje, a 17th century Turton, or treasure revealer, in the Nyingma lineage of Tibetan Buddhism. This rare honor elevated Seagal's spiritual identity, especially among his followers in Asia.
This guy missed the opportunity of showing his gut. What a dickhead. This photo would show his gut.
Even as it drew skepticism in the West. His international ties go beyond religion. Though born in Lansing, Michigan, and holding American citizenship by birth, Seagal is also a citizen of both Serbia and Russia. He was granted Serbian citizenship in January 2016 after several visits and a growing relationship with the country's officials. In fact, Seagal was invited to teach Aikido, his signature martial art, to the Serbian Special Forces.
And the Russians as well.
Adding a new chapter to his role as a global martial arts ambassador. Later that same year, on November 3rd, 2016...
Look, he looks like he's playing with the little kid. Look at the size of him. Look at his hand. His hand is basically eating Putin's hand. And he looks like he wants to eat Putin as well. Look at his face.
Russia granted Seagal citizenship. According to Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov, Seagal had been requesting it insistently and over a lengthy period. Seagal has often expressed admiration for Russian President Vladimir Putin, referring to him...
He wants to escape somewhere where there's no extradition to America.
...as a brother. In 2023, this unusual friendship was formalized when Seagal received the prestigious Order of Friendship Medal from Putin himself, an award typically reserved for individuals seen as strong allies of the Russian Federation. Seagal's personal life has been just...
Well, he's a strong ally of the Russian Federation.
...just as eventful. He was first married in Japan to Miyako Fujitani, the daughter of an Aikido master. Together, they had 2 children, Kentaro, now an actor and model, and Ayako, a writer and actress. After returning to the United States, Seagal's marriage to Fujitani ended, and he became romantically involved with model and actress Kelly LeBrock.
That's not true. He missed the whole point. When he came to America, he was involved with Adriana LaRusso while he was still married to Miyako. He got married to Adriana LaRusso while he was married. So he was married in 2 different countries. So this guy's wrong.
That relationship began while he was still legally married to Fujitani, leading to a brief and annulled marriage with actress Adriana LaRussa in 1984. Once his...
See, the order's completely wrong.
Divorce was finalized. Seagal married LeBrock in 1987. The couple had 3 children, Annalisa, Dominic, and Arissa. However, their marriage eventually crumbled, and LeBrock filed for divorce in 1994, citing irreconcilable differences. Today, Seagal is married to Erdenatuya Batsuk, also known as Ella. A professional dancer from Mongolia, Ella began training at a young age and rose to become one of the country's top ballroom dancers. She met Seagal in
how the hell
2001 while serving as his interpreter during a visit to Mongolia. The couple later...
So that's my point. Like, why she was his interpreter and somehow he won her over, man. Like, in her youth, like, she's not an ugly lady. She's older now. In her youth, she was probably all right. I mean, he managed to... He's snagging some decent trim.
Married and now have a son together named Kunzang. In total, Seagal has 7 children from 4 different relationships, as well as 3 grandchildren. His family connections even extend into the spiritual and political realms. Seagal once served as the guardian and bodyguard for Yabshi Pan Rinzin Wangmo, the only child of the 10th Panchen Lama of Tibet, while she studied in the United States, a role that speaks to the unusual trust.
I'm sorry, but who gives a shit about Pan Rinzin Wangmo, the only child...
Panchen Lama of Tibet.
The pension, who gives a shit? Like, what is she, like a fucking president's daughter? We're not talking about like the president's daughter here, or I don't know, Jesus. some Tibetan dude's fucking chick daughter.
While she studied in the United States.
And he's the 10th. He's not even the first. The guy's the fucking 10th. He's like, okay, I'm guessing it's the other ones have died, so he's probably the hot shit now, but whatever.
It's a role that speaks to the unusual trust and status he holds within certain international circles. Steven Seagal's life reads like a movie script filled with action, philosophy, global diplomacy, and
bullshit.
Personal drama. He is not just a celebrity. He's a cultural figure whose story crosses borders, belief systems, and public perceptions. Whether revered, criticized, or simply misunderstood, Seagal continues to live a life that is as unconventional as it is fascinating. Thank you so much for watching our video. We hope...
Fuck off. He is a very handsome man. Okay, I got a new poll question. Let's see. If I met... I'm curious to know what you guys think would happen if you ever came across him. If you ever crossed my path, you know? All right, I'm going to switch back. I want to show you guys one thing. I want to switch back for a second. I'm going to go back to this mode so I can just do something in the background while you guys do that poll. There's a video I want to show you all that's pretty fucked up about AI. This is where we're at with AI now. I've got to find it. Now, here we go. Okay. Now, apparently, this shit's all AI. One sec. I'll bring the screen back. All right. Apparently, this shit is all AI, just so we understand each other. All right. Before we get into the, we're going to get into They Live, but this is AI.
Google's VO3, which is their AI video generator, was just released yesterday. And watching this footage, which can do video and audio, has made me realize that we have officially entered the era of history where you are no longer going to be able to know what's real and what's fake on social media.
Yeah, we're all fucked. Just so you know, if this is real, we're all fucked.
Yeah, take a look.
Oh my God. Yes! Woo! Victory Royale with a pickaxe!
So this is an AI video about nothing?
It's about nothing.
I mean, it's obviously been sped up, right? So it doesn't get copyright struck. But this is all AI.
Who would watch a video about nothing? I don't need some prompt God whispering in my ear to tell a story. I write what I want. I have free will. Remember that? You know how I know we're made of prompts? Because nothing makes sense anymore. We used to have 7 fingers per hand. I remember it clearly. Now we just have 5 fingers per hand.
Welcome to a non-existent car show. Let's see some opinions.
We don't want to drive gas cars anymore.
Yeah, no more gas cars.
Google's VO.
We're fucked. I'm telling you, man, we're done for. All this shit's real. We're done for. This shit's not even, that's not even a real dude gaming. It's just a fucking AI. So anyway, I just wanted to just play that before we get into They Live. Before we get into They Live, by the way, which we're getting to, which is kind of on point. It's just ridiculous how this shit's real.
We're made of prompts because nothing makes sense anymore. We used to have 7 fingers per hand. I remember it clearly. Now we just have 5 fingers per hand.
Welcome to a non-existent car show. Let's see some opinions.
We don't want to drive gas cars anymore.
Yeah, no more gas cars.
Yeah, we're all done for. You're right. You're right, Ernest. Whoever it was, we're done for either way. Donnie, that's right, Donnie. We're done for either way. All right, now we're gonna watch They Live, and then we'll see after that where we go. We might finish up after that. Now, I didn't finish the video last week. We watched something different, But yeah, we'll watch my review of it, which is a little bit different. Now there might be some things here that are a bit that might be considered controversial. I didn't get demonetized though, so that should be all right. But we'll see. It's actually a good movie, so it's a hard movie to make fun of because I actually enjoyed the movie. These movie reviews are generally about mocking movies in some way, but I actually enjoyed this movie. So, yeah, no one thinks he'll be calm. Most people think he'll try to eat me or fuck me. I like that. That's about right. All right. We're ready to roll? I'm going to start They Live. Where are we at now? We're about an hour and 40 minutes in. Damn, time flies when you're drinking some scotch. All right, let's get into it. Back in 1988, a movie was released that pretty much nailed the future 37 odd years later. I'm going to mix another drink. Preachers yelling on the street, governments terrorizing citizens. And lizard people living amongst us pretending to be humans.
Filmmakers like George Romero and John Carpenter had to show some...
Because you're human, and I was human. I am human, still.
You drink coffee, man, or no?
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
They Live stars Rowdy Roddy Piper's luscious, thick-flowing hair.
Oh, yeah.
Admittedly, it's a rough start between the two, but Roddy's hair finally begins to trust Keith because he is the white man's most trusted friend.
I don't like nobody following me unless I know why.
Well, I don't join up with anybody till I see where he's going. My nigga.
This thing got copyright struck, right? And it's not even for the reasons I thought it would. They got Keith David versus David Keith. Who the fuck's David Keith? Is that a real person? I have to Google that now. Is David Keith a real actor? Okay, he's an actor and director. What's this guy been in? I don't recognize him, but he's a real person, so you get points for that. Nothing of note. Dude sucks a bit. This sounds like we're in a small church. We are in a small church, the Church of Seagalism. Keithy explains the complexities of life and realities of being invited to a diddy party.
Okay, man, here we are. Here we are. You do what you can. I'm going to do my best to blow your ass. Blow your ass.
Blow your ass.
While Triple R seems to have the naivety of someone who actually believes their government and the media.
I believe in America. I follow the rules.
Who else believes in their country and following the rules is going to get you anywhere in life? Does anyone still nowadays believe that being good, following the rules, and working hard and believing in your country is going to get you success or a house or a job? Nah. And for some truth bombs. There are actually a lot of things I'm going to play you here that might seem very relevant even in today's society.
Their intention to rule rests with the annihilation of consciousness.
I mean, he's not wrong. What they're doing now is basically making everyone fight with each other. Like, you just think about it, right? The reason I don't talk about politics here is because to me it's ridiculous. Whether you're left or right, that old cliche, it's two heads of the same snake. The people who are in charge, who are billion and trillion dollar corporations, don't care who the figurehead is of a country. There's way too much. Some of these companies make more money than countries do. So the reason I say no politics is because it's all bullshit. You know, we shouldn't be fighting with each other. Even when Trump got elected, I know everyone hates him, but it's like, just, you're all Americans, yeah? Like, just try and unite as a people to just try and come together. And, you know, anyway, I don't follow Australian politics. I don't follow any of it because whatever's going to happen is going to fucking happen. You do need people to fight that shit. That's fine. Let them all do their thing. But for the most part, you can't change human nature. But anyway. Roddy accidentally wanders into a church and gets a little first-hand Catholic altar boy treatment from the padre. I mean, you think he's found like gold in there or something. He doesn't know what's in there, but still. They allow him to see how the world really is, without filters. And the world is run by these people. Aliens.
Because I'm an alien.
That's what I've speculated.
Yes.
He then
alien.
I mean, if you look at both. and the world is run by these people. Now, again, just regardless of politics, right? Who gives a fuck about politics? Both of these guys are probably aliens. If you just look at them and the way they behave, and I'm all aware of the spectrum and autism and all that kind of bullshit and social awkwardness, both of these motherfuckers are not aliens. I mean, the clip I played at the start of Zuckerberg with the coffee, right, on Theo Von's podcast, that's not how humans behave. That is not a human response to things. I don't care how socially awkward you are. And this guy's had media training for the last 25 years, and he still can't act like a human. Anyway, aliens.
Because I'm an alien.
That's what I've speculated.
Yes.
You are. He then abuses Nana.
You know, you look like the head fell in the cheese dip back in 1957. This one, real fucking ugly. Formaldehyde face. That's what we got.
I mean, out of context, pretty harsh. If we just heard him speaking to that lady without any context, pretty damn harsh.
Real fucking ugly. Formaldehyde face. That's what we got.
Well, if you not see that man, look at that facial structure and that mane. You chubby-headed policeman.
Just let it shine through. Just let your soul.
By the way, any chance I can get to throw in a Soul Glow, I'm gonna put in a fucking Soul Glow song, yeah? And Roddy's hair deserves a Soul Glow song. It's not curly, but it's damn luscious and it deserves a Soul Glow song. He kills them both, takes their guns, stumbles into a bank, and drops a brilliantly improvised line inspired from his wrestling days.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
There are a lot of Triple R golden gems in this magnificent movie.
Mama don't like tattletales.
Roddy slips back into his Irish heritage before disposing of this futuristic technology.
Who are you, little fella? Come to show them where I am. Not nice.
He sounds a little bit Irish here when he goes, or Scottish, sorry, when he goes, come to show him where I am. Roddy slips back into his Irish heritage before disposing of this futuristic technology.
Who are you, little fella? Come to show them where I am. Not nice.
He's sheltering his head from debris that doesn't exist. One piece fell. One piece. I mean, I said that last week, but it's literally one piece. The lady he kidnaps for a getaway somehow manages to be both attractive and ugly at the same time.
Drive.
Triple R ends up at the ugly, attractive lady's house, and while they stop to compare notes on how to have such bountiful, puffy hair, it seems to take a kinky turn.
Oh, you come down hard.
You're not the only one. I'll do whatever you want, whenever you want. You're in charge.
Reality blows it though by going on some rant that dries up her pants. Obviously I edited that to say that. But I did do Roddy dirty here by I kind of used the slow motion still of a facial expression that is not flattering. Sorry, Triple R, but it was too good to miss. But he blows it though by going on some rant that dries up her panties quicker than thinking about your grandma giving a gobby.
World's I want nothing to do with you. Get out of here.
Keithy offers Roddy money. Look, I mean, Keithy, he's a good guy, but he doesn't want a piece of Roddy's cock, and I understand. Like, he can't just be going around trying to flash your cock at people, yeah? Like, calm down, Roddy, to keep his cock away from him. But Triple R really tries to push the glasses and his junk in Keithy's face.
Look, you crazy mother. Hey, stay away from me.
I'm actually more impressed with that accurate throw, including a nice curl midair. Nice.
Nice.
It was a pretty badass throw.
Nice.
It was a pretty good throw, right? Like, Keithy, that's a real throw. Impressed with that accurate throw. Bam. Including a nice curl midair. Check my comment. And I laugh in your face. Are you trying to say, can I laugh in your face? Was that your comment? You can laugh in my face, but you got to say the quote right, though. Can I laugh in your face? Nice.
Nice. Nice.
What follows next is an epic fight scene where both guys dispel with honor and resort to dirty fight tactics.
No!
Now, the rest of it, I had to just speed up. You know, I didn't get copyright flag for this. I got copyright flag for other shit, but not for this.
A few moments later.
Chipmunks fighting is great. Glowing, good to see you, mate. No stress, mate. As long as you're snatching birthdays, eating cookies, or looking for drugs and women, it's acceptable to be late. And also apparently completely improvised. The lads finally settle their differences. I don't know why. I'm a very simple man, but chipmunks fighting just make me laugh. And looks like we're getting our Riggs and Murtaugh team up after all, mofos.
Brother, life's a bitch. She's back in heat.
Triple R decides to start dropping some random background info for absolutely no reason other than padding the massive 94-minute runtime.
Oh, Daddy took me down to the river. Kicked my ass, told me about the power and the glory. I said, Daddy, please. Just kept moving back and forth.
I didn't want to put it in there because it might be considered a bit risque considering the child-father dynamic. But moving it back and forth, what's he talking about? I don't know. I didn't want to. I could have made a joke about it, but I thought I'd leave it. But there's no reason for him to be just dropping all this shit about his daddy beating the shit out of him here. I don't understand the point of it. Really bringing down the vibe, bro. But at least it appears we made a breakthrough.
I got news for him. Gonna be hell to pay. Because I ain't Daddy's little boy no more.
The lads meet up again to take a dump on us from 37 years ago by describing 90% of people alive today and how much we suck.
We'll do anything to be rich.
And then they dip through some mysterious portal that appears and drops them right near some German blokes remembering the Holocaust.
We got them! We wiped them out!
I mean, you know, I could have gone with any number of historical moments there, but I thought I'd go with the most obvious one, the old Holocaust movement. You know, just throw it in there. The lads stumble upon a special dinner being held in honor of what appears to be solely white people, because I see no pigmented skin or strange shaped eyes anywhere other than Keefe. Well, maybe the helper looks kind of Mexican. This idiot does that James Bond villain thing of explaining the entire plan to people he shouldn't be trusting, and will inevitably be. By the way, it's like a movie review is not complete without like a slight hint of racism towards everyone, including white people. Yeah, obviously, the downfall of everyone.
Come on, I'll show you around. Take a look at this. Wait till you see what I'm going to show you now.
By the way, when he says.
Take a look at this.
When he says that, it looks like he just wants to show him his cock. Look at this. He just kind of puts his hands to his side, and as if he's just flashing his dick, even though he's not showing him that. That's exactly what it looks like. Roddy's dick gets everyone in trouble as the hottie, ugly, he, she, big head double crosses them both and shoots Keithy. Bitch. That's right. He had a wife and kids, man. You fucked him.
I got a wife and 2 kids back in Detroit. I got a wife and kids.
I don't know if you guys know this, but he's got 5 kids to feed. If anyone gets that reference from Total Recall. But yeah, he had a wife and kids. And the fact that Roddy's dick and his obsession with the big-headed he, she, woman man thing just ruined everything and got Keithy killed. Keithy deserved better than that, man. President Curtis from Rick and Morty, he didn't deserve to go out like that. That's all I'm saying. Roddy Piper versus Steven Seagal stunt double. Sorry, someone asked me that question earlier. Roddy Piper versus Steven Seagal stunt double. I would say Roddy Piper for sure. Steven Seagal stunt double only does a day's work until he gets paid. So, bam. He's blind.
They don't want a population.
Got to have a clip of the old George. You see it here, yeah? I thought I'd better finish with a bit of a message for everybody. So I know you guys are awake, but this is for the masses, not just for you guys. Even stronger.
They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers.
Go outside and get some fresh air, my friends. Sit by yourself for 30 minutes in the quiet and just think. Break free from the noise. brain rot is real. Idiocracy is real. They live is real.
Obedient workers, people who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork, and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back, so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later, because they own this fucking place. It's a big club.
And you ain't in it.
If you had some fun today, humans, think about liking the video and subscribing to the channel. That is not a request, it is a demand, or I will enter through your back door and penetrate your home. That is not a euphemism for anything. I will break and enter into your home and take a dump in your toilet. Anyway, that's pretty much the end of that. But yeah, George Carlin was a legend, man. A lot of his videos. I mean, we'll have to. I mean, I'd love to do a video about him, but I wouldn't be mocking him. Obviously, I'd be liking him because he's a bit of a gun. But yeah, George, you see, he's a bit of a legend. You know, the other day I was looking online at dickheads, like streamer dickheads like Johnny Somali and shit. And I saw, what's that dickhead's name? Vitali or something. He got arrested in the Philippines. And I thought to myself, this guy's got money, right? This guy's got, what's going on here? Oh. He got arrested in the Philippines.
The new Vitali updates are insane. He is more screwed than ever before, and is having.
Shut up! I don't really care what this guy has to say. But what kind of dickhead goes overseas, right, and then decides to start trouble in a country to get arrested? Even though you got the money, you don't really need to do it.
I'm gonna fucking rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No, okay.
Who does that kind of shit? Like, who says that?
I'm gonna fucking rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No, okay. Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal fuck. Go get your vaccine. I was trying to give you money, but all right. Trying to be nicer.
So he tries to give money, the lady doesn't want it, wants to walk away, and this fuckwit just
No, yeah.
Like, what a dickhead! Like, this is like 25 years ago kind of shit.
Shut up. Shut the fuck. Please. What are you gonna do? Hello. How's it? Hello.
And thanks on my legal mind.
This guy's such a fuckwit, man. Anyway, I just want to make a point that you don't have to be a fuckwit to get attention. You can just be a mild fuckwit. Don't be a total fuckwit. I hope he gets ass blasted in jail and make an example out of him. I can't imagine the Philippines fucks around with you. You don't want to hear about him. I just heard about him being in jail. He's a dick face. There's nothing you want to know. Why would you go and visit someone? Why would you go and visit him in prison for?
You know, and I don't condone it for internet, and you look at the articles, a lot of them are saying he's going to get 24 or more. And I think that was the whole point of the video, was to go down there, try to talk to him, ask.
I hope he gets fucking stuck in there for years. Yeah, they are douche dicks. They're definitely douche dicks. But let me just check something before I finish up soon. I just want to check something quickly. Meanwhile in Australia, by the way, just off topic here, there's just a bloke helping an echidna across the road in Australia. I don't know where.
Which, in spite of its great successes in Belgium and Flanders, had never.
I like it when there's
The
a good
fastest money you make.
Fuck off, mate. I'm not in my 20s. I just want to check if there's another video I was going to put on or not. My apologies in the meantime. Talk amongst yourselves. I thought I had one more video saved, but I don't think I can find it. I thought it was here, but it's not. So that's a little bit annoying. No, all right. Unless there's anything. All right, is there anything anyone wants me to chuck on before we finish up tonight? I mean, we're a couple hours in. I was thinking about chucking on a Georgie C, but a Georgie Carlin video, but I might save that for another day. My homepage. This is my homepage. See, I got quite the mix here. I have no idea who Raymond Burr is. He utterly hated. I have no idea who Raymond Burr is. Eddie Hall versus the Dutch Giant. I got Jimmy Dore show, which is I don't know why. Jackie Chan destroys Ralph Macchio. Avi Yamini's getting a run on there. Some China stuff. A bunch of Thai stuff. JCVD dance. We'll finish up on a JCVD, but we're going to finish up on a different style JCVD dance. We're going to do this. So, actually, on that note, thanks for reminding me, Scotty. I appreciate it. The next movie review will be Kickboxer, the 1980 whatever it is, 88 classic Kickboxer, which will translate to this being involved. So I was thinking about two ways of doing it, right? I was thinking about two ways of doing it. Obviously, the movie itself is great, but I thought I might do a bit of changing Seagal to be in that movie and just making a few points about how the movie would have been better if Seagal was in it, obviously. Oh, yeah, you can't see my screen. Fair point. I went off. Sorry, my bad. Good call. Good call. Whoever the fuck that was, glowing. Good call. Yeah, so what I might do in the kickboxing video is turn the music down a little bit. Yeah, what I might do in the video is I might have, I've got the kick in the tree as well. I've got the kick in the tree, but I might have a bit of a scene by scene comparison of how the scene. I mean, come on, look at this, just right here, right here. Now, if that's not worthy of a scene by scene comparison with JCVD, then I don't know what is. That's all I'm going to say right there. I mean, even this. No, that's actually him. We don't want to see that. Here we go. Oh, even this.
This? This?
So I could put this in the movie instead. Oh, what happened there? What the fuck happened there? Just stopped itself. That's not good. Just stopped working. Oh, VLC's just fucking kicked the... Whoa. My whole computer's fucking freezing. What's going on here? Is this a cyber attack from someone? I'm copping a cyber attack. We're freezing. Oh, What you doing, computer? Come back. Bracken now, mate. I don't know if it's still... Oh, shit. We're all over the shop now. Let's try if we can see if we can end the task. That might do it. It usually does a trick. Oh. We've been hacked. Yeah, it's true. Watching too much Pornhub. What's going on here? My Explorer's just kicking the bucket. Go away. Close, you piece of shit. Can I open another click, though? Let's see if we can open another one. I cannot. Well, I mean, when your computer tells you it's time to go, it's time to go. I can't open any folders at the moment. That's the problem. So I think on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we might wrap it up for tonight. We're getting cyber hacked by someone. More games next week, obviously in the realm of what we had tonight with the pictures. I like that game. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. So we're going to do that. Kickbox is coming up. I'll finish that Bullshidto. Hopefully that's out tomorrow. Yeah, God bless my PC. All right. But thank you all for coming, my friends. Sorry we had to cut it a little bit short, but yeah, I'll catch you all soon. Stay tuned next week. Like I said, Bullshidto coming out tomorrow night and Kickboxer sometime next week, midweek. Thank you all, legends. I love you all. Appreciate you. Thank you for spending your Sunday with me and stay awesome. See you, champions. Bye-bye. Fucking computer.